Just will be based on the season you're in. Or we have quick plot on the back end of the app is quick plot. And using it, we have a database and we could do a query and it will give you a list of challenges based on the weather or the season or anything we want. And in the future, we could implement all the challenges to be on the map. And like I said, when you reach a certain level, you can have in-app purchases. That's the way we think we should monetize it, not by selling ads.
Okay, thank you very much. Big round of applause. And we're meeting the next thing on topic.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul and we're on topic. We came to Startup Weekend with a bit of a different idea. We wanted to help people create content and then, based on their topics of interest, interact and find interesting people who are interested in the same things. But based on the feedback we got, it seems it's too hard to create content. It's really hard, only 10% of the people do it. So then we said, but we still want to help. Now, our idea this time is to help by suggesting content. And this is if you're a publisher. We're going to find out what your readers want and help you deliver that content from your website. So when they come to your website, they're going to see relevant content based on their reader profile. Now, how do we do that? Well, we track them. We track them while they're reading content on other blogs or news websites. We see what they're interested in, the topics, the articles, the tags, how long they stay on a website, their behavior as a reader, as a consumer of content. Now, once we do that, we know what their interests are. We aggregate on that, and then when they come to your website, we tell them what exactly from your website they might be interested in. So it doesn't matter if they come to an article that's non-related to their usual interests. They're still going to get content, suggested content, based on their actual interests. So these are the values we believe we bring. First of all, we deliver specific relevant articles, not just related articles, but relevant articles. Second, we have insight on what you as a reader are interested in from each engagement on all of your reading websites. And third, we have intelligence. So we want to give our publishers the tools to customize the content delivered to their readers. So I'm going to ask my colleague to move to the browser a bit, and we're just going to show you a very simple example of me wanting to adopt a dog. And I'm reading about Hogan, and while reading about him, I say, well, I got an email from a friend, and he sent me a link about a movie. And I click on the link, and I move to a different website, a different blog, and guess what? On the right side, I've got links about dogs, because on the other blog, I was reading about dogs. So all of a sudden, if you're the owner of the second blog, you might have a better chance of getting me engaged to stay on your blog, because you're showing me content which is relevant to what I was interested in previously, without you directly knowing what page I'm coming from. Okay, going back to the presentation now. Okay, so now you're going to say privacy, right? Because you're thinking, well, they know everything I do, but that's not cool. Okay, so what we do is this. We have a blog plugin that bloggers are going to use to have this on their blogs. And that plugin is going to work like Google Ads. There's going to be an icon there that you can use to adjust your privacy settings. Now, if you're a big publishing network, you won't want maybe that plugin. You'll want something else. You'll want to integrate on your own in a custom way. You might not want to show them links. You might want to show them ads or videos or something else. And then that's going to fall onto you to make sure you communicate with your visitors, with your readers, that you are following them, that you need to give them the privacy settings access that we won't anymore. So it's two ways that this will be controlled. Now, we looked at the Romanian market, and there's about 5 big publishers And those 5 big publishers have 80 plus websites with 1+ million visits per month. And they've got more than 400 million visits per month on those 80 websites. And we just want 10% of that. Because with 10% of that, if we manage to get just 10% of those websites, we're looking at that revenue per month. Now, how do we get that 10%? Well, more or less over about a year. So first, we start by handing out that free plugin for WordPress, and that's going to help us get just reader profiles at first. Then using reader profiles, we're going to start moving into the publisher's websites and start integrating small niche websites.
Thank you very much, Ontopic. Thank you. And the judges, questions, please.
So you're presenting this as a WordPress plugin, right? Wouldn't it be much cooler as a browser plugin? And don't already browser plugins do that? Like basically being able to record what you, the sites that you see, and then like deliver a content selection, because obviously not all content is on WordPress. Especially most of the professional content of websites, of professional websites, is not on WordPress. You know, what's your approach there?
That's right. We can do a plugin, a browser plugin, but that requires you as the user to take action. And we don't want you to do it. It's easier to get a blogger who's already interested to get people to stay on his blog to do it for us. So that's the way we get on the market. That's the way we get those reader profiles. It's not our end goal. Our end goal is to monetize, and we monetize from large publishers. Large publishers are going to work with us when we show them we have profiles. We know what people going to their websites are doing when they're not on their websites. So I think that's my answer to that.
I was wondering, did you speak to some of the publishers or bloggers if you're solving a problem they're actually having?
Yes, we actually did. And they told us they're interested, but they want to see speed and they want to see relevance. And publishers told us they are definitely interested, because they're interested in anything that will get them more readers and more money. This is not something we're imagining. This is an actual problem for any content creator. They're interested, but they won't be interested until we prove ourselves. And the easiest way is, like I said, in our opinion, through the WordPress installations of blogs everywhere. And we actually plan to start in Romania, because this is not going to go global like that.
Regarding the target, did you talk about having someone on the e-commerce side? Because I see the solution much more proper for e-commerce, because I think that would be the real value for that. So, and I see the big challenge is to getting the technical solution done as relevance and speed.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, the market would be really good for e-commerce.
Okay. We were actually, like I said, we came to Startup Weekend to help with content, and that's what we focused on. We did not go after e-commerce, but thanks for the suggestion. So, yes, that's my answer. We're definitely going to do it.
That's it. Thank you very much. And please meet the next team.
I'm Adam. I'm representing now Cluj Computing. I'm the only one in this nice event who was alone all the time, so I couldn't make a PowerPoint as well, so I just make a mock-up, and a nice member just helped me with Google SketchUp as well. So, Cluj Computing is based on a simple idea of just change everything, just change the size of an average desktop computer, which is like this now. And the only custom-made parts needed to do this is a new form factor motherboard, which could be delivered by Flextronics in Hungary. They are worldwide, but they're working in Hungary as well. And they build for Lenovo and other major companies as well, or some another big name on this market. And if we open up a computer like this, we will see these components inside. They are color coded. So when I show my design, the colors are representing the same thing. We have a big power supply, motherboard, a cooling system, some expansion cards, and if we are decided to have powerful expansion cards, we might have need water cooling as well, which is need a radiator and more fans. With this, the problem is it will be really big and meanwhile really loud. So I just redesigned the whole, so we are not going to need different heat sinks, only one under, as you can see on the SketchUp. So it's one heatsink under on the bottom, and there is one big fan in the middle. So you can put your heatsinks inside. Lots of small or one big fan in the middle, and you can arrange the components at the outside of it. So the custom-made motherboard need to be only cut in half as today, so it's easy to engineer it, and the power supply could be just rearranged a little bit, or you can use a server power supply which fits in the smaller form factor. With this one, the customer is able to upgrade the computer just as in the ordinary way with the desktops. So besides that, it's way more cheaper than portable computers. It gives this freedom to interchange and expand and other things. If the life cycle just goes out, you can just upgrade it easily. You can add more cards, and if you add more cards in it, then you need a second heatsink on the top of it. So it's a push-pull configuration. And this one results the size of a box like this, as you can see, which is approximately 5 times smaller than an average computer. It is silent also, because if we max out with the two radiators, it can handle about 1,500 watts total in silent mode, and if you want to overclock everything, it can handle about 2,000, 2,200 watts. This amount of power is not really needed in average people, but this one is also scalable, so you can make it even smaller, but then you need more custom-made components, and then you will be resulted almost like the Mac Pro, the new one. But that one is not interchangeable with the stock out-of-the-shelf components, and that's why it's really expensive as well. My configuration is...
Thank you very much.
So, if I understood correctly, you discovered a better way to do computers than HP, Apple, Lenovo, all the people outside there.
Yeah.
Why are you here instead of patenting this and making billions?
I don't have money to patenting it. Now I'm thinking about crowdfunding this idea, because it could be used really a lot of places. So it's data mining, which is really expensive, a growing issue, and they need the power of graphics design and military even because military needs small things. And science companies like NASA or something. I really just need money for
Patenting.
for patenting it, or yeah, we should. And then
You don't want to build a factory to build computers.
no, not really. There are so many companies that do this, so it's much better to cooperate with them.
So thank you very much. And the next team is ready. Ready?
I'm going to start with a simple question. I'm a huge opera fan, and I'm curious which one of you will be willing to come with me next week at the opera. I think it's Turandot by Puccini. Is there anyone? Awesome, 1, 2, whoa, holy crap, nice. Well, out of 130 people, that's quite a lot, but I wouldn't have found you if I wasn't here, and plenty of my friends are not opera fans, to be honest, so that's a big disappointment. Even though we're all so very interconnected using Facebook and using all these social apps, we are suffering because of depression, and that's a very, very ironic thing, right? So what we are trying to do here right now is solve this issue somehow. This is our idea. I feel like doing something, and I want to share that something with someone else, right? Okay. Thing is, half or maybe more of the pleasure of doing something is actually sharing that experience with someone else. And the concept is simple. You simply type in an activity and hope that you'll find someone to do that activity with. The user interface is very, very easy and minimalistic, and it offers you suggestions based on what everyone around you, well, everyone in your local field is searching for. And what you get is an even easier interface. Well, you can see on the left side that you have all your activities which you searched for, beer or coffee or eating. And on the top side you have your friends or other people, not necessarily Facebook friends, which are also interested in doing that thing with you. So you can add them to your chat and chat with them, and maybe even hang out with them afterwards. So that's the main purpose. Find people who are willing to do what you love doing alongside you. The target is, well, a bit complicated, because even though it's a very, very simple app, it became a cliche to say that we're building an app for everyone. Well, yes, it's easy to use, and yes, it can be used by everyone. However, I'm pretty sure that my grandma won't use it, because, well, she doesn't really know how to use a computer, but I'm pretty sure that when I'm going to be a grandpa, hopefully, I'm gonna need to find someone to share some, experience with, because maybe my wife will die. Well, unfortunately, but hey, we have to think about it as well, right? About monetization, it's really straightforward, because you can promote everything on this platform. You can, okay, let's say that someone writes there, I feel like taking a shit, and you could probably put some, ads with possible companies which sell toilets for them, or beer, if you're interested in beer, right? So that's our marketing plan. It's straightforward and it's easy enough. Another way in which we want to, promote ourselves is through ticket websites. For example, let's say that you have a ticket website and people might not have someone to go with at a concert. P.S. I'm a big Dream Theater fan.
I thought that.
Yeah. So we would actually supply an API or an SDK for them, and they could implement a small thing which the user can click, and they'll be sent to in our app and find other users. Which why is it off? Why is it off? Come on, put it on. Well, nevertheless, they'll find other people to go to a Dream Theater concert, for example. Put it back on. Our competition is gaining a lot of attention in England, especially. This is called City Socialize, but the main difference is that they're not letting
And we feel like we need your big questions, please.
I don't understand really what is the innovation from this product?
There is no other product like this, not to my knowledge.